So here's our collards. You can see that some of those leaves are still looking pretty good, but now they're all gonna flower. Looks just like any other mustard family, cabbage family, brassica you could have. The tops are elongating. You can see here it had its stalk, nice tall stalk. Ate off of that all winter. Every one of those was a leaf. Probably see that's starting to get some fresh green growth right around in there. New growth. New growth. Those are all nice fresh green leaves, but it's all elongating, heading up in a set of flower buds. You ever had a bad cabbage family? No, how could you? They're all so good. All these, I'm just going to take them and take some of their lower leaves off and then leave about the top half to support the growth for the seeds. Here I got some good quality collards. You can see that they're nice and crisp, nice and green, just like a collard ought to be. That's good. That's a good collard. They're a nice collard flash. Turned out to be a nice variety. You can see some nice collard greens. I'm gonna blanch those and freeze those. Those are kind of company collards. Call them that. Here we got a couple of other kind of categories of collards. These are kind of soup quality. I'm just going to go through and cut these up, and I'll use them for soup. They just have a little more weather to them, a little more experience to these collards, but they're still going to be tasty. So they'll go in a soup. And then these are ones that are a little thin. I think maybe they were a little old. They're thin. I got a special project for these. I'm going to use these. I'm going to have a cookout. Good collards. Now, for cutting the collards, the easy way to do it is just going to be to take a knife. You do it one by one. Just slice them like that. Watch your fingers. Or you can lay it like that. But you have to watch your fingers. Some people will take them and lay them like that, and then just do a stack of them. You could do it that way too, but then you can't really see what lines up. Works alright. That's the easy way to do it. We're just going to take these stalks, put all those back in the compost bin. That's a lot of good compost right there. Alright, what do I mean by a soup collard? Let me show you here. See, this one's got some bug damage. The slugs have been in there. The slug is not a bug, but it's got damage. And it's a little older, a little crustier. They're still nice and crisp. That's going to go in the soup. Nobody's going to even notice it, right? We'll cut it up, we'll blanch it, we'll freeze it just like the others. Want to do some quality control too, because like you can see on this one's a little yellow, it's been eaten. I'm going to just compost that one. That one's a little too much eaten. Just going to compost that. You can see, you just are going to do a little more quality control. It's all up to you whether you want to take that off. That one doesn't have any signs of real damage, just holes. Just keep those. That's soup collards. Bring it to a boil. Just going to put the collards in there. Alright, we're just going to let that come back to a boil. Boil for a couple of minutes. Rinse it off in cold water. Bag it up. Put it in the freezer for later, because that's a good quality collard.